Hello guys, this is the 2023 Kia Sportage. This one is the X Pro trim. There are 7 trims to choose from, and this one is finished in blue sapphire. It does look very nice, especially with the gloss black and flat black trims this Sportage has. Side view looks very good. It does have the all-terrain tires since this one is the X Pro. So this is the second highest trim you could buy, and the price on this one is $36,000. But let's go ahead and take it on a test drive and see how it does. Alright, so here is the interior of this 2023 Kia Sportage. It does look very nice from the inside. 2 massive 12.3-inch screens and very high resolution. Here is a backup camera. Backup camera quality is actually not too bad. It is nice and wide. And overall, the interior of this X Pro just looks amazing. And there is 7 trims to choose from. So Kia made sure that every person has a trim. Anyways, there is the LX, EX, X-Line, SX, SX Prestige, X Pro, and the X Pro Prestige. So 7 trims, and the X Pro is the X Pro trims are basically the off-road trims in the Kia Sportage lineup. Alright, so driving this 2023 Kia Sportage drives nice and smooth, and I did actually drive the 2022 Hyundai Tucson XRT, which is almost the off-road version of the Tucson. It doesn't have the all-terrain tires, it doesn't have like a skid plate or anything like that, and this X Pro does not have a skid plate. The only off-road feature basically this Sportage has is those tires, the all-terrain tires, the BF Goodrich tires, if I'm not mistaken. They're nice and aggressive, and yeah, so it doesn't really have an actual off-road look to it. So it's more like an appearance. The ground clearance on this one is 8.3 inches, and yeah, I honestly prefer the look of the Tucson XRT more than this Sportage, but I do prefer the driving of this Sportage more. We're gonna go ahead and take this Sportage on the highway, and we'll see how it does. I did actually put it in sport mode. So, acceleration is nice and responsive, quick. This SUV overall feels very light. It does have a 2.5 naturally aspirated 4-cylinder engine. It is connected to an 8-speed automatic transmission, and that was the blind spot monitoring system. Anyways, this engine produces 187 horsepower and 178 pound-feet of torque, and I'm not gonna lie, it feels like it produces more power than what Kia is claiming. So nice, responsive 2.5 4-cylinder engine. 8-speed automatic transmission is nice and responsive. I tried it in the Tucson yesterday and I was very impressed, and it's the same 8-speed automatic transmission in this Kia. Yep, it's definitely responsive for a Kia, and the ride quality is very good. And honestly, I'm not really hearing any tire noise or road noise at all. So there is no tire noise from those all-terrain tires. Kia did a great job with those tires. They're nice and quiet, and yeah, the ride quality overall is perfect. A little bit of noises from the cars passing by, and I'm correcting the steering wheel a lot, so this SUV feels nice and planted around corners, and it feels good overall. But over this bridge with a lot of wind, I'm feeling the SUV actually moving a good amount. And even when cars passing by, I could definitely feel the SUV moving. So I really wish that it was a little bit more stable, but the driving is perfect. And now I'm not really feeling anything because I'm not on the bridge anymore, but I just wish it was a tiny bit more solid. And yeah, overall the driving is perfect. Visibility is amazing. The seat position is perfect. I could see everything, and I really like this small tiny window. Just makes visibility much better. And steering wheel has a nice design to it. It's very, very light, and it is wrapped in leather, so that's good. Oh yeah, this definitely moves. So with this 2.5, I don't think anyone's going to have any issues merging on the highway or passing anyone. And by the way, this Sportage has all the nice safety features: adaptive cruise control, lane keeping assist, steering assist, blind spot monitoring system, emergency braking, and it does have the traffic aware exit. That's, let's say if you're parked on the side of the road and cars are passing by next to you, basically will give you a message on the screen telling you be careful when you basically open the door. This thing is seriously beautiful. Seats are nice and comfortable. The design looks very, very nice on those seats. Good amount of leg room and headroom. This Sportage bit has a panoramic sunroof, and there is Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Let me see what's going on here. I did have issues with the Hyundai XRT I drove yesterday. It just didn't want to connect. And this one connected right away, so that's good. So Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, beautiful 12.3-inch screen. The brakes feel very, very good. So the brake pedal has a really nice feel to it. It's not too hard and it's not too soft. It does not sink in, so it has the perfect feel. And yeah, overall this SUV drives good. There is another 12.3-inch screen in front of me, and when you put it in sport mode, that cluster display actually changes. So very nice and responsive. So this 8-speed automatic transmission shifts nice and quick, and I think Kia did a great job, and Hyundai did a great job tuning this 8-speed automatic transmission. And Genesis uses the same exact 8-speed automatic transmission, maybe tuned a little bit different and better, but yeah, Kia, Genesis, Hyundai 8-speed automatic transmission is seriously amazing. And yeah, overall this SUV is beautiful. I think the price is a little bit expensive, $36,000 for this trim. Does have heated seats but does not have cold seats. For $36,000, I really wish that Kia added cold seats. There is heated steering wheel, and as I mentioned, it does have all the nice safety features. So let's go ahead and turn on the adaptive cruise control. Steering assist was on, I just turned it off, and the SUV is driving by itself. Let's go ahead and put it back in normal mode. So the SUV is steering, accelerating, it will come to a complete stop, and it will keep some distance between me and the car in front of me. The suspension setup is perfect, and by the way, if you guys are curious about the size of those tires, 235, 65, 17, so there is a ton of rubber, and that equals to more comfort, and very, very comfortable. Seeing out of this SUV is good. The back window is actually nice and big, and as I mentioned, there's two 12.3-inch screens, and the resolution is just phenomenal. So the SUV is doing a great job keeping me in the lanes, doing a great job steering, and yeah, overall perfect. There is actually a good amount of wind noise going this way. When I was on the other side of the highway, I did not really hear a lot of wind noise, so I'm going against the wind now, so I'm hearing a good amount of wind noise. Blind spot monitoring system works perfect. I did have issues with the blind spot monitoring system yesterday on the Tucson. It wasn't detecting a car next to me, but yeah, that was about it. Other than that, this thing drives good, feels nice and solid. The engine is nice and responsive, but for $36,000, I really wish that Kia added few things, like front LED turn signal indicators and back LED lights. So the running light and the reverse light in the back, they're LED, but the brake light and the turn signal indicators are halogen. For the price point, I think everything should have been LED. There is some LED lights right here, touch sensitive, which is very, very nice. And right here there is one USB-C, one USB, 112 volt, a wireless phone charger, and drive mode, engine shut off, parking sensor, brake hold, and the hill descent. And by the way, you could tuck those cups inside. Very nice and smart design. And right here, this is really cool. You could toggle through the climate controls or the shortcuts. And yeah, overall the interior looks very nice and upscaled. I'm not sure how I feel about this wood. I did talk about this wood on my full detailed review of this this X Pro trim. Putting wood trim in an off-road SUV just doesn't look right, and it's not a good combination. I really wish they chose another trim. So yeah, definitely this wood trim is not a good fit for this off-roady SUV. Handling is very good, yeah, overall this SUV drives seriously amazing. Does it feel like a $36,000 SUV? Doesn't really feel like it. Does have engine shut off, which is nice, but it just doesn't really feel like a $36,000 SUV with destination. Does have the nice safety features, and it has a lot of nice things. And actually something that is missing is the 360 camera. I'm not sure if any Sportage actually offers a 360 camera, but for the price point, I really wish this Sportage had 360. So I'm gonna go ahead and test the turning radius. Brakes are very nice and touchy, and they just have the perfect feel to them. So it is in normal mode. We're gonna go ahead and test the turning radius now. Turning radius is actually very similar to the Tucson. I'm pretty sure they're using the same things as the Tucson. And yeah, it is a definitely good SUV. but doesn't really scream the price of $36,000. And yes, Kia, Hyundai, they usually offer more features for the money. Yeah, it's just not worth that much for a Kia. There is a ton of nice soft materials, touches. The armrest feels nice and soft. Nice, beautiful 12.3-inch screens. The engine shutoff works good, but I feel like it kind of delays the acceleration if you're trying to accelerate quick from a dead stop. But good SUV, and overall I think Kia did a great job with it. And as I said, I really wish it had cold seats. The MPGs are not too impressive on this 2.5, 23 in the city, 28 highway, and 25 combined. So Kia needs to work on a few things. Design is definitely good. Giving us beautiful 12.3-inch screens is very, very nice. But they need to fix a few things. They should make the tail lights and headlights or all LED. They should maybe give us turbocharged engine for $36,000, not a 2.5 that produces 187 horses. 360 camera. They should improve the fuel economy numbers, and I think they should do a few things with this, with things like this wood trim, this shifter. I'm not a big fan of it. But yeah, other than that, interior looks very nice, and I'm very impressed with the way how this thing drives and with the way how this thing is quiet on the highway, even with those all-terrain rims. But I hope you guys enjoyed this POV test drive of this 2023 Kia Sportage X Pro. I would like to thank Trevor and Napoli Kia here in Milford, Connecticut for providing me this Sportage. If you guys are around and if you guys are interested, make sure to come check them out. And if you guys are interested in seeing more videos like this, please like and subscribe. And as always, I'll see you next time.